Hey guys, so today's gonna be my January Boxycharm unboxing demo and all the good stuff. You guys know I love doing these videos and I look forward to doing them every single month. I'm gonna give you swatches, I'm gonna insert demos, I'm gonna give you my honest opinion and my final thoughts on the overall box this month. So I'm not gonna ramble anymore. If you're new, please don't forget to subscribe. And now if you wanna see what I got in my January Boxycharm, then just keep watching. So this month's theme is Rock 2018 Rock and Roll Soul. Do you like rock and roll? I remember when I was in like 7th grade, I had a friend and he was obsessed with AC/DC. He was so obsessed and he was so determined to show me how amazing that band was and how passionate he was about it. So he made me a cassette tape. So I would, listen to that on my Walkman on the way to school. And I fell in love so hard with AC/DC. I was obsessed. I still love them. I still listen to them. And I think that is the most rock and roll I will ever be. First, we have the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Luminizer Primer, which retails for $38. So first thing about this primer that I liked was the smell. It has a really nice and soft kind of like scent to it. And it really did minimize my pores, but at the same time made my skin luminous, which I think is almost like impossible, but somehow they did it. So I really like this a lot. I think for those days that I don't want to wear a lot of makeup, I will reach for this and just kind of, make my skin just look like my skin, but a little bit better. Next, we have the IT Cosmetics Brow Power Universal Eyebrow Pencil, which retails for $24. I know I say this every single time I get a brow product, but I am very picky and specific about my brows. But I do like the way they look right now. But I wouldn't go as far as saying that this is a universal shade. I have kind of like a problem when brands are like, it's a universal, and I'm like, no, we're all so different. It's impossible. Anyway, the applicator wasn't like my favorite, and the formula was a little bit more slippery than I would like. I like something that has a little bit more of a waxy sort of like grip to it. This one was a little like slippery for me. However, I like the end result. Next, we have the Crown Pro Glam Metals palette, which retails for $25. So the palette itself is really pretty. I love the little guitar shaped mirror, and the shades are very pretty and they are pigmented. Some of them need a little bit more help than the others, but for today all I did was use 2 of them. So I went in with the black metal and I kind of took my time and blended all over my crease and didn't use any transition shades. So it was a little risky, but I took my time and blended everything nicely. And then I took Rebel and I put that on the center of my lid and just kind of went with a brush afterwards and kind of pack more of that shadow. Although I love the concept of the palette, very rock and roll, very stylish, I don't know that I will reach for this a lot of times, because it's not something that I can use it on its own. There's only one matte shadow, so that's kind of like tough to work with. So this would have to be something I would bring it in within, another palette or something like that. But the shadows are really pretty, and the palette itself, it's really pretty. Next, we have Pure the Complexion Authority Bronze and Brighten Cheek Palette, which retails for $34. So I have the bronzer, the highlight, and the blush all going on all over my face. I did contour before I applied this because everything here is shimmery. So I didn't want a ton of I didn't want to contour with a shimmer, which is something I don't really advise you to do either. But be aware that this is very pigmented. Everything in here is very pigmented. As soon as you tap your brush onto these shades, it will be a lot. And they're not powdery. It's almost like they're a hybrid between a cream and like a powder. They're very like pudgy, almost like ColourPop. sort of like feel. That's what it made me think of. It made me think of ColourPop. So I think my favorite was the highlight. It's not sitting funny on my skin, and it's very potent. It's a very intense highlighter. And I did also love the blush. It's very pretty coral. It gives you like a nice little flushed, you know, cheek sort of look. The bronzer was a little bit too warm for me. It was almost like too orange. So that's why I went really light-handed. I think on this side I applied way too much. This side I feel like I'm more orange than this side. I tried to even out, but it didn't work out. Anyway, so be aware, everything is very pigmented. Overall, I really did like it. I'm not a huge fan of shimmery bronzers. Last but not least, we have the Grande Cosmetics Grounded Lips Hydrating Lip Plumper, which retails for $27. So I will be honest, I do not like lip plumpers. I think they burn my lips. I don't see no difference, so I don't ever use a lip plumper, like ever, ever, ever. I hate the burning sensation on my lips. I don't know. There's nothing in the world that's gonna make me want to go through that to have bigger lips or just slightly bigger lips. I just don't like it. That being said, this does not do that. It really does not burn the lips. It smells really nice and minty. And although I wouldn't pair this specific shade with this eye look, I really like the way it looks. It's a really nice sort of like gloss, and I didn't notice a big plumping effect on my lips. However, it's very, very comfortable, and I like the way it looks. And I would wear it again. It's not like those that it just burn you so much that you never want to wear again. I really would wear this again. I just wouldn't pair with this kind of eye look. The total value of the box this month is up $148, and you pay $21. I always like to mention that I do have an affiliate code with Boxycharm. I will leave it down below for you in the description box. And if you love my channel, if you love my unboxings and you want to support me and everything that I do over here, I will be making $5 for each person that decides to sign up for Boxycharm using that link. I just like to make it clear so there are no secrets. I also like to mention that every single month you get 5 full-size products. They are never samples, and it's a mix of a little bit of skincare, a little bit of tools, like you get brushes and whatnot, and makeup. Really, really good makeup. So that is it for my January Boxycharm unboxing. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments down below what you got in your box, because you know I always want to know if you got something different, a different formula, a different shade, whatnot. I'm always curious to know what you got. And as always, if you like this video, if you found it helpful, and if you learned something new, please give me a thumbs up and share with your friends and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you next time.